Scientists finally went beneath the Bermuda Triangle. They didn't find emptiness, they found life. If this place swallows ships, why is life still thriving here? This place is famous for what disappears above it, but below it, something hides. Predators with extendable jaws, fish producing their own light, organisms surviving crushing pressure. If everything vanishes at the surface, what is really living underneath? The myth above. The Bermuda Triangle has no official borders, no legal designation. It is said to exist more in cultural imagination than in geography. Usually drawn between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. It became famous for its disappearances, as ships were lost without distress signals, aircraft vanishing mid-flight. In 1945, 5 U.S. Navy planes took off on a routine training flight, but they never came back. Their final radio message was simply, "We are completely lost." Then, silence. Even the rescue planes sent to find them vanished too. But here's what almost no one talks about. Most ships cross this region without incident, so maybe the real mystery was never above the water. Maybe it was always below it. Because while we were staring at the sky, something was evolving in the dark. The depth that changes the story. Under part of the Bermuda Triangle sits the Puerto Rico Trench, the deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean. Over 8,000 meters deep. At that depth, pressure is so intense, it would crush an unprotected submarine instantly. Sunlight never reaches it. Temperatures hover just above freezing. For decades, scientists assumed such environments were nearly lifeless. But guess what? They were wrong. In recent years, deep-sea expeditions using remotely operated vehicles and advanced submersibles have revealed thriving ecosystems in comparable Atlantic abyssal zones. As at 2023 and 2024, scientists exploring deep Atlantic trenches didn't just find new species. They found complex animals living under pressure strong enough to crush steel. Species like deep-sea amphipods and trench-dwelling sea cucumbers were thriving where scientists once believed only bacteria could survive. But here's the real shock. Their bodies weren't just surviving the pressure. Instead, their cells were reinforced at a molecular level, preventing collapse under forces that would destroy most life near the surface. In other words, their biology has been engineered by evolution to resist forces that should destroy it. Until recently, that level of stability in complex animals was thought impossible. And that changes the narrative, because extreme environments produce extreme biology. So, what exactly lives there? Creatures that shouldn't exist. Beneath the waters of the Bermuda Triangle, far below shipping lanes and flight paths, the deep Atlantic hosts predators that look almost prehistoric. The goblin shark, a lineage dating back over 100 million years. Its jaw extends forward like a mechanical arm, snapping shut with explosive speed. It hunts in darkness along continental slopes of the Atlantic, including regions bordering the triangle. While ships vanished above, this predator endured below. The dragonfish, small, nearly invisible, equipped with bioluminescent organs along its body. Some species emit red light, a wavelength most deep-sea animals can't detect. It can see its prey, but its prey cannot see it. In a place rumored to hide alien technology, there are predators generating their own light. Recent studies of Atlantic dragonfish populations show photophores precisely tuned to deep ocean wavelengths, not random glow, but engineered illumination. But the deeper you go, the stranger it becomes. The vampire squid survives in oxygen minimum zones, areas of the Atlantic where oxygen levels drop so low, most predators suffocate. Instead of chasing prey, it drifts slowly, conserving energy in environments once believed uninhabitable. And here's where recent science becomes even more fascinating. In 2022 and 2023, researchers exploring deep Atlantic fractures, including zones near the Puerto Rico Trench, found complex animals living not just on the seafloor, but beneath it. Inside, cracks formed by geological stress, life occupying spaces once assumed to support only microbes. And then, a creature we've discussed before, the immortal jellyfish, a species capable of reverting to an earlier life stage when stressed, effectively resetting its biological clock. In a region famous for disappearance, an organism that resets instead of vanishes. Maybe this isn't a coincidence. Maybe the Bermuda Triangle was never a place where life disappears, but a place where life adapts beyond expectation. And that might be the real anomaly. Recent discoveries that shift perspective. Modern exploration has changed how we see the Bermuda Triangle. High-resolution mapping around the Puerto Rico Trench reveals something unexpected. What they're finding isn't emptiness, it's structure. Underwater ridges, fractures, nutrient corridors that support entire ecosystems. In 2024, researchers documented deep Atlantic communities powered not by sunlight but by chemical energy. Entire food chains beginning with methane-feeding microbes and rising to larger predators. That means the creatures below the triangle aren't anomalies. They're part of a functioning system we are only beginning to understand. And here's the shift. The triangle isn't mysterious because nothing lives there. It's mysterious because we've barely explored it. More than 80% of the ocean remains unmapped in high resolution. So when people ask what's hiding beneath it, the honest answer is, we're still discovering. The real mystery. The Bermuda Triangle became famous for disappearance, but the deeper mystery may be survival. The same ocean blamed for vanishing ships is quietly sustaining complex life below. Every year, thousands of vessels cross through these waters safely. The danger isn't unique. The mythology is. Beneath the surface lies one of the deepest and least observed zones in the Atlantic, where pressure exceeds 8 tons per square inch. No sunlight reaches these waters, with near-freezing temperatures. And yet, complex life persists. Not a fragile life, but an engineered life. Creatures that glow in total darkness. Creatures that survive where others cannot. Creatures that reset their own biology instead of aging. The myth said this place consumes, but biology shows it evolves. So maybe the Bermuda Triangle was never a void, but simply misunderstood. Because when you remove the legend of disappearance, what remains isn't a graveyard, but a frontier of biology, and frontiers are rarely empty. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle's captured imagination because of what vanished above it, but beneath it lies something far more compelling. The triangle may not be a portal to another dimension, but it is a reminder of how little we truly know about our own planet. If ships can disappear at the surface, and entire ecosystems thrive miles below, maybe the mystery was never about what was lost, but about what we're only beginning to find. And if we've mapped less than half of the ocean floor, what else is waiting in the dark? If you think survival in the deep is impressive, wait until you see the creature that can reset its own life cycle. We explored that mystery in our last video.